Oh good, you're here. Welcome back to the Beyond of Haunt This Journal. Is it Monday? Did I make it? This is a part 2. If you'd like to see the part 1, I'll link it down in the description box. This time in the Beyond, we're creating our 3D journal entry of our mirror spell. Goodness, what a mouthful! Let's get to it. I found this lovely mirror reasonably on Amazon. It will suit my purposes nicely. I want the whole magician's spell to fit on the frame, so I need to add a little. I twist the wires together with a drill to strengthen it. I will use this twisted wire to build on the mirror's frame. This kind of thing is the idea, but it turns out looking pretty different. I used this thin wire and epoxy. Ooh, so smooth. But it doesn't all fit on screen! I am testing the mirror paint on an actual mirror. I don't think that is the surface the paint is made for. Ah, the oil-based fumes brings me back to my undergraduate days. I am painting these letters, which I made from hot glue, using a method I learned from Moriah Elizabeth one day when I was bored. These letters will form the magician's spell around the frame. I gotta be honest, I really like Stuart Semple's products, but I struggled to keep this paint reflective. When it is wet, it looks really great, but when it dries, it tends to cloud up for some reason. I tried it on several surfaces. I did several coats. I could not get the paint to stay reflective. I tried it with a brush, an airbrush, and a marker. If you see what I'm doing wrong, please let me know in the comments. I wanted to compare the mirror paint to silver paint on the mirror, so I tested a silver Posca pen next to it. Off camera, I tested a silver Sharpie, don't tell Jelly, as well. I wasn't impressed with any of them, so I chose to use acetone sheets in hopes this would improve the reflective nature of the paint. I printed the face on sticker paper to make a stencil. I sealed it with Mod Podge because I'm working with a chemical that I've never used before, and I wanted to make sure that the stencil didn't disintegrate. I started out with a large pair of scissors, and then I switched to an X-Acto knife. And now I'm using these, I don't even know what kind of scissors they are. I found them in the sewing section at Walmart, but they were the winners. Until I switched back to an X-Acto knife. Is this meticulous scissor work doing it for you? Eh? Oh God, I filmed so much of it. Oh good. There's so much more to do! I'm using Armor Etch to frost the mirror, except for the face. which is why I made a stencil. This will be my magic mirror. I had hoped I could just write with the mirror paint over the frosted mirror for her response, but after many tests I realized I had to figure something else out. It's a little streaky, but I really like how she turned out. It seemed like handling the paint caused it to cloud, so I was trying to use gloves, but it ended up being too difficult, and then I decided to spray the whole thing after it was all together, so it didn't actually matter. I painted some rose-shaped beads with the mirror paint to tie the added frame to the established frame and separate the stanzas of the spell. I wish I had used something other than hot glue to attach the hot glue letters to the frame. I thought it wouldn't matter, but looking back, I think it might have. Oh well, no point in living in regret. Mirror, mirror on the wall, please prevent my trip and fall. Tell the future, make the call. Find the words to reveal all. What will happen, can you say? Lead me through the optimum way. A heavy toll I've had to pay to ensure a brighter day. This is how I made the letters. Don't do this. It was incredibly painful. Hot, 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 hot. Pain, pain. Trimming the excess glue off the edges of the letters. Sharp. I primed the frame with Rust-Oleum metallic finish. There are areas that got really reflective with this paint and areas that just looked silver. So I decided to try and spray the frame using an airbrush and the mirror paint. It says on Culture Hustle's website that it works with an airbrush. I didn't bother painting these last few letters I made, so that's why they look a little different right now. I was trying to find the best way to film this to cut out as much reflection as possible, but I don't know that I succeeded very well. The mirror responds with, "Dearest enchanter, there is no way to ensure a brighter day, no matter what toll you've had to pay, no matter what spell you try to say. The future is not set in stone, what will happen is yet unknown, to be revealed when you are grown, as you live it, you will be shown." This is a page from my sketchbook, double checking the spell before I write it all down. I had this stencil made of the mirror's response, but it didn't turn out the way I had intended. I thought perhaps cutting it up would make things easier, but I can't draw a straight line to save my life, so I didn't want a chance ruining her beautiful face. And then testing it with the airbrush proved too messy, so I had to think of something else. This could work. I momentarily considered trying to color these stickers with the mirror paint. But based on my other experiments, I didn't think it would work, so I just chose to write directly on the acetate. I'm testing the mirror paint marker I made in the last video against the Molotow liquid chrome pen to see which would be better for lettering. I ended up going with the chrome pen. The tip is finer, so you could see her face more clearly. I'll continue to try to work with this paint, but when it comes to the lettering at least, I think I'm going to stick with the Molotow liquid chrome pen. I just had to write with it and it dried reflective. Ooh, the foretold airbrushing has arrived. This was the first time I have ever used an airbrush before, and I must say, I was delighted to find one that was relatively cheap that didn't need an air compressor. That's really why I haven't used one before, is because air compressors are loud and cumbersome, and I've lived in an apartment for the past 10 years or so. We truly live in the future. I'm excited to try it on other projects now. Again, it's nice and shiny, not super reflective though. Frowny face. It's getting exciting. Time to put it all together, finally. Because of the extra wire and epoxy that I used to add onto the frame, the back of the mirror no longer fits on it. I have Googled this extensively and it doesn't seem to be dangerous other than the possibility of the mirror breaking, but I'm being very, very careful. Reattaching the chain. Oh my goodness, I'm so pleased. Isn't she lovely? I wanted to thank you for all of your encouragement. I really feel like my art is growing and evolving so quickly now. Let me know what you think of her down in the comments. Do you believe in magic? Next week, I'm going to start a new series, trying to uplift some people that I truly admire. So keep an eye out for that. I'm really excited to share it with you. So stay safe and I'll see you next time.